TTAC Live Self-Study Guide Video Series, Part 12. We continue to chronicle the epic performance of Pathfinder 317 ES indicator in conjunction with the techniques used to maximize gains and mitigate losses, notably price action, market structure analysis using a top-down approach, identification of key zones, liquidity pools, and market voids, all of which play pivotal roles in trading the financial markets. Just master these strategies, you'll never look back. Let's get started. We are back here on the daily time frame chart with our top-down analysis. We see the Friday, May 23rd candle, where price plummeted right down to market void 5 shown here, and where we finally get a complete gap fill, just as anticipated. You may want to watch part 11 of this video series, in which we chronicled massive sell signal moves from May 20th right down to the low of day on Friday, May 23rd, with incredible precision. A quick glance at the hourly also puts things in perspective, with Friday low of day reaching a very strong confluence zone, signaling a potential turning point in the market, whereby signals could then be explored in a timely fashion. Here on the 5-minute chart, we see where the market made a low at 15:30 GMT plus 2 on Friday. To provide some context here, let's watch that live segment in a video excerpt from the May 23rd trading. We get a further market downthrust. Price has reached a higher time frame key zone and the market void 5 confluence, where the last sell signal move now measures a staggering 578 points within 50 minutes, delivered live before your very eyes. Let's now examine our May 21st sell signal move still being monitored, triggered at 21:20 GMT plus 2, the level of which is displayed above. That's an amazing 1,161 point move with no further drawdown whatsoever. You may want to jump onto your charts to verify this. Now, the market, having reached a powerful confluence zone again, we can expect price to react from this level, where sell trade entries should ideally be exited to avoid relinquishing any hard-earned gains to the unsparing markets, as demonstrated in our live sell signal trade entry in the previous segment. Having established the confluence zone of interest, we now look for telltale signs of a bullish flip. We can see a strong rejection of the zone as well as our repeatable pattern as denoted by the rate of the levels shown, followed by a pullback to a discount zone. Now focusing on longs, we explore the first buy signal generated at 16:30 GMT plus 2, the trigger level of which is marked with the green horizontal line. Let's now proceed to measure this move, together with a couple others that were generated at key levels to shed light on the signal filtering process. For starters, we will use May 27th, Tuesday's London range high, as a target level. That's a staggering 843-point move for the first buy signal. With a drawdown of 18 points. Now, if for any reason you missed the first buy signal, a second buy signal offers another long entry opportunity, triggered at 18:05 as the market emerged from the proximal level of the 1-hour time frame price gap. You can see this signal has offered a whopping 680-point move so far, with a drawdown of 41 points. And the third buy signal being examined, generated after the weekend open. Precisely at 1:05 GMT plus 2. Has offered an amazing 680-point move so far, with 0 drawdown. That's a dynamite signal move right there. These signal moves are simply phenomenal, with no further drawdowns encountered over this period. Now, as the London session high occurred within a higher time frame key zone, a pullback was anticipated. With the focus on just shorts, we can now explore this sell signal that was triggered at 15:30. You can see the opposing key zone more clearly on the 1-hour time frame. where price took out the previous day high and rallied to the mid-level of the price gap displayed here. A scenario where price was more than likely to drop from this level before the resumption of the upward move. Back on the 5-minute chart where we see the market drop. Moments later, we can see the market retraces to retest the higher time frame key zone displayed above before heading back down. At this point, we anticipate a downward move to the next opposing key level. We then get a massive down thrust that takes out the most recent low. That's an amazing 169-point move with a drawdown of just 9 points. A further downward move is still expected based on our analysis. You can see the market has now reached our marked level, with the move now measuring a staggering 259 points. Note, the marked level falls within our predetermined strong zone, a potential turning point in the market where the resumption of the bullish move is highly anticipated. Again, observing price action to confirm the next market phase in question is key here. Moments later, we get two buy signals, the first at 1725 right within the zone, and the second at 2045 as you can see here, having switched the time frame tabs, one for sell signals and the other for buy signals, helping to maintain a clutter-free chart. The second buy signal breaks from the consolidation to take out the high. Both buy signals have offered impressive moves with negligible drawdowns. Moments later, more buy signals are generated, the moves of which were monitored with updates shown here after the market closed on May 27th. Similarly, on Tuesday, May 28th, we got sell signals after the market reached the higher time frame key zone displayed above, the moves of which were again monitored and labeled accordingly. The market now takes out the London range low and reaches the higher time frame price gap, where a reaction in price is anticipated. Switching to the buy signals tab, we see a reaction where price rejected the zone and generated 3 buy signals with epic moves as shown here. Moments later, the market rallied to take out the swing high that was formed at market open with a close back inside the range, having rejected the proximal level of the higher time frame price gap. We can now examine this signal that was generated at 1705 and monitor the subsequent moves. Moments later, we see more sell signals generated with the latest one at 2150. We then get a massive down thrust on the heels of the ranging phase seen here. We can see these sell signals offered impressive moves worth exploring. That's another dynamite signal right there. Awesome. Moments later at 2215, we get another sell signal following a retracement seen here. Now, if you find this video informative, please give it a like, comment, and share with others. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell to be notified of future videos, as well as the free upcoming TTAC live sessions. Get ready for an eye-opening and game-changing experience. We get a further market down thrust, with price reaching the higher time frame key zone displayed below, signaling a potential turning point in the market. Again, an ideal zone to exit any active short trade entries. We can now update the sell signal moves accordingly. Note how the market reacts from the zone with vigor, a telltale sign of a bullish sentiment right there. Switching to the buy signal tab moments later, we see the buy signals that were generated for this phase of the market. The first at 140, the second at 425, and the third at 745. All times GMT +2. The first buy signal has offered a whopping 556 points with literally zero drawdown. That's yet another dynamite signal. The second also measures a massive 135 points. And the third, a decent 40-point move at the London range high within a higher time frame key zone, all on May 29th. We can now switch to the sell signal tab, having identified our higher time frame zone of interest. We get a sell signal at 9:05 and another at 9:40, with the latest one at 11:25, all of which have offered massive gains at this current price level. A quick glance at the daily chart shows the current candle rejection of the upper zone with clarity. The hourly chart also shows the plunge as price gravitates towards the previous day low, which could potentially take out the low made on May 27th, as the latter falls below the equilibrium level, a discount zone, where we can then expect some market reaction. Back on the 5-minute chart, we see a further downward move. We can now examine and annotate these moves accordingly. That's yet another dynamite signal right there. Awesome. You can see we get a new sell signal at 16:30. That's a 93-point move already as we speak. Beautiful. And an additional 55 points for these 3 sell signals. Amazing. We can now quickly examine all of the moves and update these figures accordingly. We get a new sell signal at 1700 hours. And we can see some more valid sell signals, as we expect the market to reach the thick green line displayed below. Well, there we go. Let's quickly update these moves following the further down thrust. As we mark this level, note that the market has reached a higher time frame price gap within a discount zone just as anticipated, having taken out the liquidity resting below the low made on May 27th, signaling a potential turning point in the market. Amazing moves overall. Moments later, A buy signal triggers at 21:35 following a retest of the rejected higher timeframe zone as seen here, having switched to the buy signals tab. Now, are you grasping the techniques used to maximize gains and mitigate losses whilst utilizing this epic tool? Be sure to watch the entire video series to gain full insight. Moments later, the market rallies after ranging for a bit, with the buy signal offering 136-point move and a drawdown of 14 points. Note the bearish engulfing pattern seen at this structure level as the market draws to a close. Profit taking at this moment is highly recommended, as price is more than likely to react at this level. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, give it a like, comment, share with others, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell to be notified of future videos and the upcoming free TTAC live sessions. See you in the next one.